So I heard 4 years and believed so wholeheartedly that when other people said they did it differently, I scoffed at them. I thought they were ridiculous. And I know that sounds crazy. And I suffered for years trying to make this thing work. And because everyone said that that was the way to do it. That's what everyone online said. That's what everybody who I ever came in contact with, except for one person actually, said that that's the way that they handle it. That's the way that they do it, right? So I thought, I have to be able to do this. This is the way it's done. And so I met this friend who did it differently, and I thought, she is crazy because it's not the way it's done, right? Like, whatever. And then it just clicked one day. She was doing it the way that it worked for her family. And the thing is, maybe it would work for my family too. Now, this is going to sound ridiculous as an example, right? What this was about was laundry, okay? I know that if you have looked up anyone who is like a cleaning expert, they tell you to do your laundry every day. Do a load of laundry every day. You can keep up with it. Keep the piles of laundry away or whatever cute cliches that they come up with. And darn it, it must work for people, most people, but it didn't work for me. I always felt like I was falling behind when I did it. And whenever I switched to what my friend, who honestly, when she told me, I actually tried to convince her to do it a different way. It was working for her. That was ridiculous. Okay? So what she did was she did her laundry once a week. And you know what? It worked for her family. And I tried to convince her to do something different, which is crazy. And I tried it out too. And you know what? That's how I do it. And it doesn't matter that all of the cleaning experts on the internet say to do it the other way, because it didn't work for me. And I want you to know that you have permission to do the things for your family the way they work for you. Maybe it's a silly example like your laundry, but maybe it's something more serious that you just feel like needs to be a specific way because that's what everyone says. If it's not going against Christ and it's not going against the Bible, then my friend, it doesn't matter what everyone says. If it works for you and your family, keep doing it. If it is bringing you guys together as a family and as a team, do that thing. But if it's taking you away, if it is hurting your family, if it is a hindrance, if it's not working, no matter who says this is the way to do it, try another way. Maybe that way won't work either, but at least you're trying, and you're trying to make sure that the things that you're actually doing, the things you're implementing in your life, are good for your family, not just what other people say. Other people say that you need to clean your house every day too, and I obviously couldn't keep up with that either. I only do that once a week too, but what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to give you permission to say no to things that don't work for your family. You do not have to sign up for everything just because other people do. I have a friend who is a homeschool mom, right? And all the other homeschool moms that I know, they're involved in co-ops. And that's awesome. But she's not, because it doesn't work for her family. Don't get me wrong, she sees lots of people. Her kids socialize. I know that's like the big thing that people freak out about, right? But the co-op didn't work for their family. They have several kids, and it felt like, kind of herding cats, and like they weren't all getting something out of it, so they don't do it. And that is what we're trying to do. We want to set up a life that benefits you and your family the best way. Remember, you are a team, you are a unit, and that is a unit that together is on mission for Christ. You guys are working together to glorify the Lord. And so do the things in your life that do that, right? You can do that. And if you're struggling with this and you don't know what it needs to look like, I want to give you something called this weekly sustainable rhythms. And it is a worksheet that will walk you through figuring out what's most important all the way to implementing it in your weekly life. And so, will it solve every problem that you've ever had? No, your kids might still throw tantrums, they probably will, and your dog will probably still throw up on the floor occasionally. Like, things will happen, life is chaos. But having sustainable weekly rhythms to be able to fall back on and to know what's coming next is such a game changer. Your mind will not always be reacting to situations and doing that mom math thing where you're trying to figure out what's going on next. You'll be at peace and you'll be proactive because you know what's next and you know what is expected of you and your family, your children, and since you're on the same page with your spouse, you guys are all know what's next. And so it's such, like what I said, a game changer, and there will be a new piece in your life. And so that is linked below to grab that. But above all that, if you never get that, if you never do anything, please, my friend, remember, you do not have to do things just because some guru, some expert on the internet says it's the right way to do it. Do the things that work for your family in the season that you're in, the way that works for you guys. All right, my friends, I love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.